Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, Happy New Year, Happy 2022. I hope this year is going to be fantastic for you guys. I am still trying to figure out what my goals are and what, all of that stuff. So if you're still trying to figure it out, I'm with you. This video is exciting. We are going to be reflecting on my goals from last year, from 2021, and seeing how I did on the financial resolutions that I put in place for myself. I haven't set any new goals yet because I needed to make this video just reflecting on the old ones. I feel like I can't set anything new until I look back on how I did previously. And watching that video that I uploaded last year, I'm super excited for today's video. We are going to be talking all about my financial New Year's resolutions. So any New Year's resolution related to money, we're talking about it today. Was so funny. First of all, I look completely different. I have like long hair and I have my TikTok Dua Lipa highlights. And I don't know, I just feel like I look really different, but it was a good video. I was like, damn Zoe, you made a good video a year ago. Good job. So if you guys want to check that video out, I will have it linked down below. Also, today I filmed the last monthly money update for the new year. So that's crazy. So that video already went up. If you missed it, I will link it down below so you can check it out as well. But without further ado, let's talk about my last year of money and how I did and whether or not I accomplished my goals. Also, I want you guys to comment down below if you watched that video last year. If you were with me since last year, comment down below. I really want to know. I think that would just be cool. Okay, we're gonna get cozy. We're gonna spill the tea. So my first goal was a pretty obvious one, and it was to get debt free. So right away, overall, did I get debt free? Yes. And what I said, more specifically in that video, was that I wanted to get debt free by February. When I filmed that video in January last year, I had $2,700 left and I wanted to pay it off by Feb. That did not happen. I paid it off in March. And it's cool because looking back, that month made no difference at all. But at the time, I was really beating myself up about being a month late on my goal. So it just goes to show that these little discrepancies, whether it happens a month later, 2 months later, when you look back a year from now, it doesn't actually matter and it's not as bad as you think it is. So I wanted to get debt free, and that was my biggest goal and my biggest aspiration, because I felt like my debt had a dark cloud over my head. And since it's gone, it really is true. That cloud above my head really, really did lift. Being debt free is an amazing feeling. Having paid off my student loans and my line of credit was just incredible. If you're new to my channel, I have tons of videos about that. I will have everything, so you can splurge and start your year off right. I'll have it all linked down below, but it really was a good feeling. So I do want to encourage anyone watching this who still has debt. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but getting rid of it will make you feel so good. Okay, the next goal was a $10,000 emergency fund. So I did and I did not accomplish this goal. Yeah, what do I mean by that? So currently, as it stands right now, I have $6,000 in an emergency fund. So I'm close to my goal. I feel good about the amount of money that I have in there, but in a way it sucks not achieving that goal. In other ways, I kind of did achieve that goal. It's just I shifted my financial goals throughout the year because I bought a car. So last year, my emergency fund in January was at $0. I got it up to about $12,000, and then I spent $6,000 of that on a car. The rest is now on a car loan. If you guys want, about a month ago, I uploaded a video called a total current snapshot of my accounts. So it's literally how much debt I have, how much money I have, how much savings I have. Not much has changed since I uploaded that. So definitely check out that video if you want more of a sneak peek into my accounts. I think that would go along well with this video where I'm letting you guys know how whether or not I accomplished my goals. You guys can see the exact numbers in that video. But yes, my emergency fund is at $6,000, not $10,000. I still this year, that is something I want to keep working towards, is that $10,000 number, just for that feeling of safety, I guess. Now the next goal was $10,000 in FU money. That did not happen. I guess you could say I spent it on a car, but to be honest, after I set that goal, I totally forgot about it. it wasn't something that I was that in line with after all. I thought it was something that I wanted, and you know, it turns out I wanted a car more, and I like totally forgot about this like FU money. So that's okay. Like, it just wasn't important to me. And looking forward, would I set that as a goal for myself again? Probably not, just because my intention with that money was not to have it invested. It was to be like just readily available. And I just, like, why would I have $10,000 readily available when I also have an emergency fund? Like, I may as well invest that money. That's kind of how I'm looking at it now. Next goal, invest for the long term, $200 a month. So I did not stick to this like $200 a month thing. What I meant to do was get everything automated, get it on autopilot, and that just never happened. Every month was so variable just because I'm a mess. You guys see it in my monthly money updates. So the $200 a month goal did not happen. However, I really did get good at investing for the long term. I have nearly $25,000 in investment. No, that's not accurate. That is not accurate. That includes my emergency fund. I have just under $20,000. No, stop talking, Zoe. I have $17,000 invested right now. It is currently split between a TFSA and an RSP. See, this is why you should go watch that other video, because I don't know what I'm talking about right now. And those are long-term focused, especially the retirement account is very, very long-term focused. So I am proud of those investments. And that is where I would say the FU money went to instead, was more investing towards the long term than having this $10,000 sitting there right away. With my TFSA, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Is it for the long term? Is it for the short term? I don't know. I'll just see, like, as life progresses, if I end up needing it, if I want a property, like whatever. I really don't know, but my RSP is for the long term. And I'm really proud of myself that I've made really great strides, especially in the later half of the year, to putting money into my retirement account. Okay, the other goal that I had was to get 1 month ahead. This one I did accomplish. I have a whole video. This video is just me promoting other videos. No, but I have a whole video about being 1 month ahead. Basically, it is a month of rent plus a little bit more saved up in my checking account. And I did that about midway through the year. It was an amazing feeling getting 1 month ahead. And guess what? I fucked it all up in the last month because I spent too much on Christmas shopping, and I'm no longer 1 month ahead. I'd say I'm about half a month ahead, but I will get back on track. But yes, that is a good one, and one that I'm happy to say I accomplished. Okay, the next goal was to increase my income. This is a funny one, and this is where you just never know where life is going to take you. So I had split this in two. I had work income and YouTube income. Let's talk about YouTube income first. I actually lowered, in many ways, I lowered my YouTube income this year compared to last year. So in the middle of the year, I got a different job. I changed jobs, and that job kept me so busy that I could not focus on YouTube. I totally fell off my game. I was not uploading as frequently. My videos weren't doing as well. I was doing less sponsorships. Like, I was just focusing way less on my channel, which led to a decline in ad revenue. It was insane how quickly, It was insane how quickly my ad revenue went down when I stopped uploading consistently. So this is a tip for any content creators. Like, what they say about consistency is so true. My channel started growing way slower, and my ad revenue took a big hit, almost by 50%. I was making anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a month pretty consistently, and now I make anywhere from $300 to $400 a month. That is a huge decline. That's even more than 50% some months. So did I accomplish that goal? No. At the same time, when I changed jobs, I took a pay cut as well. So this is really interesting. In last year, in the spring, I was offered a job that would pay me a $5,000 income. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me explain this properly. Okay, so on the work side, this is a bit complicated, but bear with me. I think it's interesting. I started the year making $65,000 at a tech consulting job. I got a raise at the annual performance review cycle of $2,000. It was a really small raise. They wouldn't let me negotiate it any higher. It was just like, nope, COVID, we performed badly, no bonus, no real raises this year. So I got bumped up to $6,700. Then a company reached out to me and offered me a consulting job making $75,000, which is a lot of money. But I turned it down because the job just didn't appeal to me that much. I felt like I wanted to stay where I was. But I did use that to leverage asking for a raise at my current job. So I said, hey, I have this offer of $75,000, can you match this? Blah, blah, blah. And they offered me a $70,000 salary, so an even bigger bump. So in total, within the year, it was like a $5,000 raise. So they bumped my salary up to $70,000, and they offered me a $2,000 retention bonus. So they offered me a lot of money. Then out of the blue, I got offered this dream job at Captivate, where I previously worked. I haven't filmed the video explaining that I lost my job. I guess I'm gonna have to upload this after. Then I got offered a job in a startup and it seemed super great, so I decided to take a pay cut back to $65,000, forfeiting the bonus, getting no more raise, and I brought my salary back down. So in a way, I accomplished my goal through some really good negotiation, but then I threw it all away to take this job at a startup. And it was worth it because I wasn't super passionate or engaged at my tech consulting job. So to move for less money, it really was worth it. But yeah, it's just interesting how all of those things happened within a matter of a few months. I should definitely make its own video about that because I really did do some good negotiation and I'm really proud of myself. But it just goes to show that in the end, your salary at your job isn't everything, and it is worth it to take $5,000 in itself is a lot, but $5,000 over a year makes a really minimal difference on each paycheck, but liking your job makes a big difference every week. So yeah. So overall, did I accomplish this goal? Did I increase my income? No, I made less money this year than I did last year. And that kind of sucks. When I think about it, the part of me that's hard on myself is wow, that really sucks. You should be ashamed of yourself because you always want to be getting better. But I guess it's just the reality that that's not what happens all the time. So I need to be gentle on myself for that. Next year, do I want to increase my income? Absolutely. I think it should always be a goal, but alongside that, you have to understand increasing your happiness is important as well. And there isn't necessarily a direct correlation between increasing your income and increasing your happiness. Okay, that was deep. Next up is taxes for YouTube. So I wanted to start putting taxes away. I did do this. I saved up over $5,000 for YouTube taxes, and I ended up putting it all into my RSP because of this whole tax situation that when you contribute to your RSP, you get money back. So it just ended up being a better situation for me. I mean, we'll see for real when it comes time to do my taxes this year, but yes, I accomplished that goal. Number 7 was to purchase my first stock. I went above and beyond this. I purchased quite a few stocks this year. I've really gotten my hands in trading. Not only did I buy stocks, but I also bought crypto. I bought Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies. I'm planning a full video on all of the stocks that I currently have. And it was fun, and it's not as scary or as daunting as it seems. So in the new year, another goal would definitely be to increase my stock portfolio and also increase the frequency of my trading to try and earn a little bit more money. Right now it's super passive. Everything that I've bought, I have not sold, except for one. I bought, what was it? Was it AMC when that whole trend was happening? I bought AMC, lost a bunch of money on it, and then I sold it because I was whatever. I don't even know how that stock's doing now. But I do want to get more into actual trading rather than just passive stock investing, make it a little bit more active. Number 8 was to get ready to purchase property. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't do it. I am nowhere near ready to buy a home. The commitment just freaks me out. The idea of putting all my watching my savings go down to zero just freaks me out. I'm not there, but maybe this year will be, but I just don't want to put that pressure on myself. I've realized it's really not worth it. I like renting. I like where I live. Even if I was to move in with my boyfriend, I would still be open to renting. I just don't think there's any rush to purchase property just for the sake of being able to say that you purchase property by a certain age. F that. Number 9 was to spend consciously. I feel like there were times when I got a lot better at this, and then there were times when I'm nowhere near perfect. I cannot say that I spend consciously 100% of the time. Can I say that I spend consciously more often than I used to? Yes. So that's good. And number 10 was to release my financial anxiety. Again, this is one that ebbed and flowed. There was a lot of periods where I was way better with my financial anxiety, where I was really happy, felt like I was thriving with money. I did this whole exercise where I released, my anxiety. But right now I am so anxious. If you guys saw my monthly money, you know that it's not going super well up here at the moment. So yeah, I can't say that I've accomplished that one. Sometimes I want to say I don't know if I ever will accomplish that, but I don't want to fall into that trap. I am not going to be anxious about money for the rest of my life. It's not a way to live life. So no, but it is something that I'm going to keep working towards. So overall, when I reflect back on the year, did I accomplish everything that I had set out to achieve? No. But am I proud of myself for how I did financially this year? Yes, I feel like I am in a very good spot to move forward. I'm not as good as I could have been, but we can't necessarily live life like that either. We can't be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I shouldn't have bought this, I shouldn't have bought that. I think the difference between that I accomplished in 2021 versus 2020 is I don't look at life necessarily from a place of lack anymore, which is what's really cool. I allow myself to have experiences. I don't have that much money in savings right now because I bought a car, but my car enables me to do so much, and this freedom and this feeling of independence that I've never had before, and that is so empowering that it's worth having a little bit less money in the bank. But that feeling isn't reflected on any statement anywhere, that feeling doesn't show up in my net worth, but for myself and my self-worth, yes, it does. So yeah, there's just so many new experiences. I've eaten at really nice restaurants and I've had really great nights out with friends where I used to be so guilty about that. I'm a lot less guilty about. So when it comes to the enjoying life factor, I have, that's gone up so much. And that is because the main reason for that is because I got out of debt. I feel like by getting out of debt, I enabled myself to do a lot more of what I wanted, which is exactly why I wanted to get out of debt. And I think that was my most important goal that I achieved. Looking forward, I still don't know what I want my financial goals to be. I think the main thing I'll want is to feel more secure so that I can keep living life and having these experiences and not have every month a pit in my stomach when it's time to pay off my credit card. I think that's what it will come down to, but I don't know. When I am ready to film that video, you guys will be the first to know. It will be uploaded here on YouTube, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, you guys, that is a wrap on this video. It was a little bit short, at least by my standards, but I hope it was fun. I would love for you guys to comment down below a New Year's resolution or a financial resolution that you set for yourself last year and whether or not you accomplished it. I would love to know. In the next video, you'll be able to comment what your financial goals are looking forward. So very excited for that. Thank you guys so much, as always, for sitting around talking about money for me and just encouraging this space where we can be super honest and open with each other and motivate each other. It makes me so happy. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you in my next video.